Okay, BookTube, I am finally going to do the BookTube Knick-Knacks Tag. This was originally a video that I can't remember the name of his channel. He had just done this as a random thing on his channel, and then Steve Donahue saw it and decided that it needed to be a tag and that everybody should do it. Basically, the idea behind this tag is that you show off some of the random knick-knacky type things you have on your bookshelves. I'm not showing everything that I have on my bookshelves because that would just be absurd. And also, some of it isn't always on my bookshelves because I change out like decorations and things based on, holidays and seasons and whatnot. I'm one of those people. But I'm going to show you some of the things that are pretty much like tried and true stuff that stays on my bookshelves. Some of it is sentimental, some of it is just fun stuff. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a sign that I got at some like little, knick-knacky gift shop type thing that doesn't even exist in my town anymore. But that's this sign that says, "Go away, I'm reading." I have this sitting on top of one of my bookcases in this room, and I think this sign is just hilarious because this is pretty much how I feel most of the time. If someone bothers me when I'm reading, especially if I'm at like my parents' house or somewhere, because I live alone, so I don't really have to worry about people bothering me. But this pretty much sums up how I feel when I'm trying to read with other people around. So I have that. And then another thing that I believe I got at that same shop, although I could be wrong, is this book that was carved into a bee. And I'm probably going to have people that will be aghast at the fact that somebody did this to a book. But it's, some Reader's Digest old volume. So it's not like they took like some, first edition book and cut it up like this. But anyway, the B is for my last name, which is part of the name of my channel too, Bartlett. So that's why I have this. My mother actually covets this for whatever reason. When they visited a few weekends ago, she was latched onto this for, I don't know. Anyway, but I have this sitting on one of my bookshelves with that has all of my old books. I did a video showing those off a while back. So yeah, this sits on that shelf with the old books. And then on the bookshelf, on top of the bookshelf in my bedroom, I had ordered a Lego kit that you can get. They have a bunch of them that you can build various famous buildings and things. And so I got this kit of Big Ben and Parliament that's in London because of my obsession with London. And so I put this together. It was fun to make. And I have this sitting on top of one of my bookshelves. Up there with it is also a tin that is a red bus. And it had tea in it at one point in time. And then there's also, I have this cool red phone booth that I think I got at like Hobby Lobby or something. So that's like my bedroom is all England stuff. So all of this goes with the theme. Also in my bedroom on another shelf is several different TARDIS figurines. This one actually lights up, or at least it used to. Let me see. Yeah. So this one lights up. I have several others. It's dusty. Oof. So I have several others. Some of them are Christmas ornaments that I put on my tree during Christmas, and then I let them sit out the rest of the year because I do love me some Doctor Who, and I think these are fun. How can you not like a blue phone booth? And then one more thing that's more of a knick-knacky deal. It's not sentimental. And then I have one really sentimental thing. So I'll show you the knick-knacky thing first. Several weekends ago, before school started for me at the university, my parents and I went on a little trip to some other places in Kansas, and we stopped in at this one museum, and they were selling these really awesome wooden carved dragon figurines. And so this is the dragon figurine that I bought while I was there. So yeah, this is super cool. I love it. The noise you heard earlier was one of the wings coming loose. They need to be glued in with like wood glue, but I haven't done that yet because this all comes apart for like easy transport. Because when after I bought it, they took it apart and wrapped up the individual pieces so that it didn't get broken. But yeah, I just think this is very cool. It's a Komodo dragon, and I can't remember what kind of wood it's made out of. But yeah, it's very awesome. I enjoy dragons, so this is pretty cool. And then my final thing that I wanted to show you. This is also on the shelf with the dragon because it's another wooden piece. And this is probably one of the most sentimental things I have on my bookshelves. And it's this wooden fort that I made when I was in 4th grade during our Kansas Day celebration, which was like a week long that year. It was amazing. We also made a covered wagon, which I still have, but the wheels don't stay on very well. So I didn't bring it down because I don't want the wheels falling off. Anyway, so I haven't really talked about it on this channel except when I was doing my sort of favorite book so far of 2019, but I didn't specifically say like who it was or anything. My 4th grade teacher and I were extremely close. She was like a second mom to me for a very long time. And then we fell out of touch, and unfortunately, before we ever really got back in touch, she was diagnosed with esophagus cancer and went in for surgery for that, and she had complications from it and ultimately ended up passing away. And this happened in June of last year, June of 2019, and it was just a horrible, like shocking, awful experience on so many levels, because they thought she was doing okay, and then her husband gets a call that she died, and so yeah, and so I've held on to these for years because of my love for my 4th grade teacher, but it's even more special to me now because I'll never see her again. So yeah, before I start crying, I'm going to stop talking about this. But yeah, this is my wooden fort that I made for Kansas Day. And I guess I should mention also, part of why we did this is because my 4th grade teacher's husband runs the lumber yard in my hometown. And he is extremely skilled with woodworking. And so he cut all the pieces for her classes to do this, which is awesome. Same with the covered wagon that I have. He cut all that. And then, so yeah, this is extremely special to me. Always has been and is even more so since June of 2019. Because, yeah, Mrs. Unslinger. Alright, so that is some of the knickknacks I have on my bookshelves. It's not everything, but it's some of the more... Oh, wait, I have one more. Sorry, guys. I also have, sitting on one of my bookshelves, this keychain that is of one of the Lewis Chessmen. If you don't know, the Lewis Chessmen were carved by probably like the Vikings, essentially. I've read a book that says there was a woman who carved a lot of these, and they're on display at the British Museum in London. And when I was in England, I was super fascinated with these. And they had sets that you could buy that, you know, were, what do I want to say, can't think of the word, that they weren't the real Lewis Chessmen. They were ones that had been recreated based on them. But they were pricey. So I got this keychain, and it also sits on one of my bookshelves because it's pretty solid, and I don't want to put it on my keys because it would just weigh everything down. But anyway, yeah. So that's actually my last knick-knack from my bookshelves. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If If you haven't done this yet, please do, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks, BookTube.